BLaST stands for Biomedical Learning and Student Training, which is part of an NIH program called BUILD, which stands for Building Infrastructure which will lead to diversity. Diversity is one of the great strengths that Alaska as a state has, and I think that we're building in this program as well.
One Health is a concept that has been part of Alaska Native culture from the very beginning.
There's really one health, that your health, health of animals, and the health of the environment are so inextricably linked that none of them can really be optimally healthy unless they're all healthy. That's one of the things that makes this program really unique, and tying them all together in a community is one of the most wonderful parts of this program, but it's also one of the greatest challenges, both geographically and culturally. BLaST is a program that encompasses really the entire state of Alaska.
The central campus is here in Fairbanks, but we have several rural partners in Bethel, Dillingham, Nome, Kotzebue, in the interior, and down in southeast, in Juneau, Ketchikan, and Sitka, and also up in Utqiagvik.
One of the things that I'd like to really emphasize about this program is that our numbers may not be huge compared to other places in the United States, but the impact of this program is tremendous. And by just helping put one or two people back into communities in rural Alaska, we can make such a huge difference in terms of helping those communities as they move forward, trying to make decisions that are affecting the whole community in an informed way with someone who can be an advisor that is actually in touch with that community culturally and physically and completely. BLaST isn't just a grant. BLaST is a community.
It's really important that we reach out to students in these communities that normally don't have access to these opportunities. So BLaST has helped me support students, specifically Alaska Native students from rural communities of Heidelberg and Cake. We learn new things and we build on that knowledge, but we can't forget the relationships that we create to build that knowledge and bringing that information back to the people that share that with us.
What we've tried to do is take our students from rural Alaska and support them in a community similar to the community they would have at home with our tiered mentoring system, so that they have every opportunity to feel supported and be successful and to pursue the things that they are passionate about, things that are relevant to them.
My name is Lauren Wild. The BLaST program has been incredible for me. I've always enjoyed working with students. But this program has enabled me to work with undergraduate students and get them into the lab, and I really enjoy being able to see them get really excited about science and research. So my student last year, I kind of got to watch her learn how to use equipment in the lab and be very unsure of herself at the beginning, and now she's like very confident.
These influences and this support has an invaluable amount of positive impact. But really what it comes down to are the stories of the people involved. For us, those stories are our students.
Hi, I'm Vanessa Santana, and I grew up in Brazil and then came here to do my undergraduate degree. I had the opportunity to create my own project. My mentors taught me how to set up a project, get approvals, plan for all the materials necessary, do a literature review and everything to make this project happen. And it's been an amazing experience. I've learned so much. I feel like I've grown a lot in research. Finally, I can feel comfortable around scientists. I feel like I know the scientific method well, and I know how to get an experiment done.
It's just such a great community. We have scholars, we have graduate students, there's postdoctorate students, there's LERTs, really just everyone's this big community, and they're so willing to help me, and they understood I was a beginner, and they were excited that I was a beginner because they could teach me and show me how to do these techniques I didn't know how to do, or how to start a project.
I'm Christina Edwin, Ka'odo Dathlina Sa'uza. So my Koikan Athabascan name is Ka'odo Dathlina, and it means person who speaks her mind. I am currently working on my own project as well as being a mentee of another project that's right here, and this is my mentor, Cherie. I love it. Her project looks at the difference between store-bought meat and wild game meat, and how they affect the protein synthesis in elderly individuals. And so it's a new research of its kind. It's never been done before, and why it's important to me is because it ties into my project, which looks at subsistence foods and harvesting practices and kind of the story behind food in Alaska Native culture. And this poster highlights my native village, Kaikuk, Alaska, and looks at moose harvesting. I think that BLaST is really important, especially as an Alaska Native student, because it's a platform to elevate my voice that I think is a little underdeveloped or not necessarily always the locus for biomedical research or just biological sciences in general.
As you can see, we ask them what they want to do, what's important to you, what's relevant to you, what type of research would you like to do, and how do you see yourself as a researcher? And that plants the seed that we nurture, and it has grown to bear great fruit just in these 3 years.
Through the equipment grant with BLaST, we were able to purchase this amazing microbalance. We are standing right now in a multi-purpose room that we've used a renovation grant through BLaST to provide a necropsy space. And so we've purchased this table, and we have the sink and the cleaning area and the weigh stations, and then we also have a shower.
Welcome to my lab. One of the nice things about BLaST that has afforded me to have my lab renovated to help my students out with their research projects. Within a BLaST Equipment Award, I also was able to get a large bacterial culture incubator, as well as a CO2 incubator for future work with mammalian cells. I was also able to get a minus 80 degrees freezer to store our bacterial cultures and for storage of tissue samples as well. And thanks to BLaST, I have a new biological safety cabinet.
I'm Annalise. I'll be the instructor today. I'm a PhD in microbiology. So the idea was to give you access to this technology, the sequencing technology that has been created by Nanopore, Oxford Nanopore. That is a very special technology that works on long fragments of DNA. It's also kind of cheap compared to the other sequencing technology, and it's portable. And so that's why I think it has a big interest to be introduced to you in remote communities. It's that you don't need a truck basically to bring you a sequencer. Like, you can fly with one and it's fine.
Hi, my name is Michael Gemros, and I'm the environmental lab manager here at the Sitka Tribe of Alaska. And we've been working with BLaST students from the UAS Sitka campus. So our lab here is the only working chemistry lab on the island here, and the only opportunity for university students to get their some hands-on experience working in a chemistry lab. And the work we've done with BLaST so far, they've given the opportunity to give students training in our lab. Using those funds, we're able to have the materials we need to be able to train them using this space. So it's been a great opportunity for us to be able to get more work done and more sampling done throughout the region, and a great opportunity for them to be able to get some experience in a chemistry lab. With the BLaST money that comes in, we're able to buy supplies to train the students. So the more we have for that, the more students we'd be able to train.
Diversity is one of the things that makes this program really unique.
Keeping other doors open in the science field. I mean, this has all given me a base knowledge, that I'll be able to use for the rest of my life, hopefully.
Understanding one body of knowledge and what makes that body of knowledge acceptable by the people that create it, and taking that and different knowledges and just bringing it together in a respectful way.
Culture filters much of how we experience things. It can also filter how we treat patients. Through research like this, perhaps we can learn how to better approach patient care for physicians, psychologists, and researchers alike. It's because of the support of the NIH and its constituents that students like me have a fighting chance of pursuing their dreams in science. It doesn't matter where we come from. What matters is our interminable drive and where we aim to go. And I'm merely one voice of many different students here that are all of Alaska. And I hope that my experiences are a reflection of the good nature, support, and hard work within the BLaST community.
The BLaST community doesn't end when a student graduates from our program. We will follow them through their next stages, whether it's graduate school, health professional, or career. And we want to hear back from them to see how the interventions and support that we gave them helped them, what worked and what didn't work, so we can continue to make this program better.
This program isn't a story just of here at UAF or even here at Alaska. Our hope is that we can continue with the great support we've had from the NIH to build this program and to build new stories and to take what we've learned here and spread it other places, because we really believe that making a community like this that supports students and allows them to answer the questions that they are interested in and see themselves as researchers is the way to build our next generation of researchers and to help us answer the questions that are really important to each of us in our lives.
So when I heard about this program, it was like, I want in.
Thank you, BLaST. Thanks, BLaST.
Thank you, BLaST. Thank you, BLaST. You are making my dreams come true.